We went out fishing tonight on the river with the kids. Don't get out that much, but we snuck away, all four of us, and we actually got a couple nice little bass that I had trouble throwing back. So I think it's time to finally put a couple more fish in the pond. Not really set up for this, wasn't really planning on putting some fish in the pond tonight, but everything just kind of lined up. Our daughter caught the fish, so I thought it was just perfect, and I've been meaning to get some more fish in there, so we got to get it done. There's not much daylight. This was the first one that she caught, and I thought it was just a perfect little aggressive largemouth bass to throw in the pond. I might have one other largemouth in there. I've never seen it, but always want to get a couple largemouth in there. This was a little bit nicer sized one. I think just a perfect size to throw in, and one that can definitely do some feeding this year and see what we can get for growth out of it. And lastly, a nice little smallmouth bass. All right. The smallmouth is 1.45 pounds, and we'll get a length on it. And for length, we've got 14 inches. I don't have a lot of fish in here, so we should be able to track them. I think there's maybe 3 smallmouth bass with this one in this pond, no largemouth. So I want to get this one back in the water. There we go. He's gone. All right, here's our little guy, and I'm not going to weigh him, and I can barely measure him. Largemouth number 1 is 4 inches.
So 4?
Yep. Let this guy go. There he goes.
I liked catching all those fish.
You did a great job catching all these fish.
Can I look in the bucket?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just going to get him up. You'll see him. You'll see him right now. Okay. Largemouth number 2. Ready? He's right at the fold. 12 inches. Get a quick weight before dark if you can still see this. 0.92 pounds. Ready to put this guy back? You want to come see him swim away?
Yes.
All right, ready? There he goes. He's gonna go. There he goes. There we go. We got the board. Smallmouth was 14 inches. Then the largemouth, we got 4-inch largemouth and a 12-inch largemouth. That's great. July 29th. We'll see if we can catch these guys again. There's the bass eating some minnows. That worked out pretty good. That is probably the bass that we threw in the other night. I apologize for that video. It got dark. I didn't expect to throw fish in here. It was just sort of a spur of the moment thing. We did get a measurement on them, and we did get a weight, which is nice. But the more I think about it, I really need to tag these fish so I can separate them, and I'd love to chart their growth. I hope to only have maybe 6 to 8 bass in here. I want to load it on the heavy side of food versus, too many bass, not enough food. So I think the one thing I need to do is get a fish tagging system. I was watching Bama Bass's videos. He's got that awesome scanner where you can catch a fish, scan it, and it looks like pretty expensive, and I don't have enough subscribers to have a tagging system like that. But if anybody knows of a simpler tagging system, I'm going to look into it and grab something where we tag these fish. I can number them 1 to 8, and then as we go forward in the future, catch them, and then compare weights to see how they're doing. I'm in a northern pond here, so I'm not going to get massive weights like you will do in the southern pond where they're eating all year. We're under the ice here for 5 months a year, so it'll be really interesting to track. But I realize I definitely need to get a fish tagging system where we can sort out these fish, number them, and then follow them for the next few years to see how they grow. One bonus with that giant bag full of minnows that I threw in here from the bait shop the other day is they're fairly tame minnows, and they've learned to feed on food. So as soon as I throw bait in, they come up and they'll eat it right away. And a lot of times the bass are coming in, sneaking up on them because they're really just paying attention to this buffet that I've thrown out. And the bass has been hitting them pretty hard. So kind of cool. I'm gonna get ready to get some good video of that. I think everyone's getting calm enough and tame enough around me that I can get in there with a camera and hopefully get some really nice bass strikes. By midsummer, we can now see some small minnows feeding. They come up with the adults, and these small minnows would have been hatched here actually in the spring, so nice to see the reproduction happening. And once I signal that it's feeding time with some splashing, you can really see the small sunfish come out of this Christmas tree off to the left. Those trees hold so many baitfish, it's always hard to believe how many fish come out of those trees when it's feeding time. Again, these small sunfish would have been born in this pond, so we've had some really good reproduction on the small baitfish, and hopefully now in the future we can see some reproduction with the bass. So thanks for watching this one. Up next, we have to get back out on the water and try and get a couple big bass for this pond.